Oh no, chat. This event has an entry fee. I've never played an event on Arena that has an entry fee before. The stakes are incredibly high, chat. We need to be, don't stress out, chat. There's a lot riding on all of these games here, okay? Tired o'clock? You can go to bed. I think I might crack open another iced tea here in a hot second, though. So I've got this deck and at least one more tonight, I think. Oh gosh, how many cards am I gonna have to read in this deck? Probably all of them. Enters tapped, pay 1. Oh, this is exactly that other card. All right, this looks fine. Yeah, we can cast our spells. Sign me up. One does not simply skip a Hoaglandia late night. Well, Hoaglandia late nights used to be sporadic. Be aware that Hoaglandia late nights are gonna become a regular thing. Maybe not quite this late, but most nights. Most Wednesdays we're gonna be here. That's why I cleverly scheduled Thursday off. So I could be up late here on Wednesday.
Sorry, who was clever about it?
My wife might have designed the schedule and she's taking credit for it from the kitchen. Behind every successful man's a woman. That's the saying, right? Behind every successful woman, her shadow. Why are we playing this deck in the competitive thingy? Because Singleton only has the paid for queue. So this is all, I'm playing against another Singleton deck, Bob. So this is a Singleton, this entire queue is Singleton. Behind every successful blue-black tempo deck, a Death Shadow. This is Singleton. I thought the deck just sucked. Oh, Bob. Let's update the stream title. Forgot to do that one. Did the rest of the bookkeeping. Yep. Get to the end step, activate the treasure map. You want me to time him out, Brecken? You gifted enough subs tonight. I'll time out Bob if you want.
Please.
Yes.
I'm going to bed. If you find it in your heart to not scream into the microphone, I will love you forever.
But I don't know how to not scream into the microphone.
No, it's a skill you need to learn.
Can I have another iced tea? Because you love me.
But I don't actually.
She's so mean to me, chap. Give it to him. Hadouken! Drop the hammer!
They only want to give it to you because tea has caffeine in it. They want you to stay up later.
That's real love, the kind that hates you right now, right? Listen, chat, when she set my schedule up, she knew what she was doing to herself. It didn't occur to you that I'd be upstairs. You've got earplugs, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Alright. Get my scry on. Blink of an eye. Probably don't need blink. I've got a bunch of counter spells. Just looking for a threat at this point, right? Got the old mana war here. What on God's green earth does that card do? Enters the battlefield. During their next turn, when this attacks, you can pay stuff. Sure. How does that ever resolve? Probably doesn't. Why can't I be downstairs? Because when I start streaming on Wednesdays, my wife has a D&D campaign going on downstairs. So I'm using the upstairs computer because they have a nerd campaign in the basement. That one right there. Leave him right where he's at. This makes a bunch of clues, right? And then this sacks clues to draw cards. God bless. They only have 4 cards in their hand. I think I just start jamming. Ooh, that resolved. Can't cast instant or sorcery spells during that player's next turn. Okay. Yeah, I'm aware how the auto tapper works. I'm pretty familiar. About to get chupacabra. Rude. Oh, I could have used this with a clue here. Yeah, it's fine. So I can play Ral. And then I can Justice Strike this. I'm gonna go ahead and Justice Strike this before I use Ral, because if they can interact with this, I want to minus Ral. Give me that witty catchphrase. I don't really need Chromatic Lantern, so I'm gonna take the Chemister's Insight. Bidding the Chemister's Insight is fine there too, because it like lets me flash it back or jumpstart or whatever this is called, but getting it twice is probably good here. Guy with an electric guitar, thank you for the tip, I appreciate it. I wasn't going to donate, but your family at the top of the donate page convinced me. Rock on, man. Thanks for the tip, I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good night or good morning wherever you're at. I guess parts of the world it's morning, right? Surveil 3 and then get a creature, sure. This is a bit of a gamble here, because like Choops is not a particularly good card to bring back on this board. Yeah, this is exactly what this is, Alex Shit. It's a Singleton cube. That's a Nullhide Ferox. So Nullhide makes me think, I guess they probably have plenty of spells. Nullhide's just like a powerful one-of that you put in your deck. That's a Cleansing Nova. Alright, sure. Bye, friend. Up, up, and away, Mr. Zarek. Ooh, a super friend to team up with. With their powers combined, chat. Thorn Lieutenant. Yeah, that's fine. And this Settle the Wreckage. Probably gonna, like, realistically, like, 1-for-1 this Settle the Wreckage on the Thorn Lieutenant here. I'm gonna go ahead and crack a treasure. It's so confusing to, like, crack treasures to draw cards. It feels weird, right? It, like, makes these feel like clues. It's like, I don't understand. This is the wrong artifact. These artifacts are not supposed to draw me cards. I'm kind of looking for a land at this point, huh?
Just want to peek. The weight is killing me.
I guess Azcanta's fine. Yeah, this leaves me extra white because Rapture Spire makes mana of any color. So if they don't hit something next turn to deal with Ral or to counter my Settle the Wreckage, they will be dead to this ultimate almost certainly. They just, like, not attack. You can't play white-bordered basic mountains. It's basically strictly worse than everything else. No white-bordered basic mountains. Yeah, there's no stifles legal in this format, right? So, like, this Ral trigger is just, like, guaranteed to resolve. The Thorn Lieutenant does not have hexproof, but it makes a token when you target it with things.
I have just the thing to take you out for good.
I think I'm just passing. I just, like, have all these cards and, like, don't want to play them. I like how we're still playing Magic. Like, we're done here, right? Like, this game is over. Emblems are over here. Oh, it's underneath my chat. There's an emblem on the left side of the screen, underneath where my chat goes. Banefire for lethal. I don't think so. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have 10 mana. So next turn, Banefire will be lethal. The emblem's underneath where my chat's at. It's over here on the left side of the screen. That's the only thing that chat covers up over there, so I think it's the best spot to put the chat. It's not 100% perfect for you all, but I like having the chat up there for the YouTube archives and for people watching on like Chromecast and stuff like that. How about just like a draw 8, deal you 8? Just like good clean living. This is just like everything it is that Mage dreams about at night, right? Just like, just hold on, dog. I'm gonna draw 8 and deal you 8. Just like let the cards flow freely. Free cards, man. Don't let the man get you down. Get your free cards. Can't even hold all these cards, chat. Value, good clean value. Pew-pew! Got a couple of cards down here. Look at all of our prizes, chat. We're at all the way up to 1 win. We're gonna Singleton like the very best, like no one ever was. Speaking of the Pokemans, Gen 4 released on Pokemon Go today, right? Recently. Like 2 days ago, yesterday-ish. I guess what day it was depends on what country you were in, right? Because they probably went up globally at the same time. This format's probably not very fast, right? So I can probably keep like Chromatic Lantern into Turtle. Pretty strong curve here. Ionize. I just hold Ionize up. Holding Ionize up is like super obvious, right? So do I jam or do I just like hold the Ionize? I kind of want to hold the Ionize up because I can like cast Aurelia next turn guaranteed. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what this card has done. It does. It makes dinosaurs, it gains you life eventually. Oh, it doesn't even ult, it deals damage. Okay, makes things not be able to block, cute. Cast a spell. Weird. Thought for sure this was gonna get interacted with. Does everybody just play 3-color decks in this Singleton format? Is that how this works basically? Is it or isn't it how it works? Yeah, right, Twin? The sequencing is a little bit interesting there. I just want to keep hitting my land drops here. Hi, Mono Red and Singleton. God bless. Sometimes you just want to give him the business, Jackal Girl. I can, like, play my 3/3 maker with Ionize up. What on God's green earth does that do? Do your upkeep of the city's blessing, reveal the top card of your library. Wow, it's like a really annoying Bob. I probably want to counter that one. I mean, it's like better Bob eventually, right? Like, there's no way this game's not gonna last for a while.
You should surrender. Sing the song of fame.
We played Moto Commander on the stream for a hot second. And like the queue was really slow and the format wasn't fun, so we stopped playing. I like how my red-white Planeswalker makes a green dinosaur. What's going on, Mr. Silicon? Good evening. We're hanging out. We're playing a Singleton League or event right now with this Jeskai deck that Brecken submitted. Bye-bye, Hawaii. You'll be missed. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a late stream on Wednesday nights now, moving forward. Maybe not always quite this late, but pretty late. I love his paint me like one of your French girls pose. It's so good. Like hold on for a moment. Oh, when I draw a card, I deal a damage. Do I want to just give lifelink? If I give lifelink here, I get to draw another card. And deal another damage. Just good clean living. Oh ho. We're halfway there. Do 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 do. There's a lot of like really small upgrades from Magic Online to Magic Arena, but one of the biggest ones is just like the fact that when there's like only one mode a thing can do, it just like defaults to making that mode. Well, that is incredibly rude. Oh, I just get to Teferi and like tuck that in though, right? Just like Teferi, give me my Boros back.
I won't hide from the war. I know my responsibility.
Or give me Mind of Mizzet back.
Not so fast.
No, he's Mind of Mizzet. I'm taking him and I'm going home. These are my friends. The thing about playing like weird formats like this is I don't know if our deck is good or their decks are bad, because like this isn't like I can just like look at standard, like look at what cards that they're playing and just like genuinely have no idea. Niv is very good. Triple Temple, all our colors. Snap it off. Deck's basically unbeatable. Confirmed unbeatable. Cracked it in half. Brecken Sky. The Singleton mastermind. This treasure map's been real good. This card's probably standard playable, right? Just like adds a lot of consistency. What's going on, Time Lord? Good morning, wherever you're at. You get to play till 6 wins in this, right? Map is good with Karn. Oh yeah, this card's probably absurd with Karn, right? Because like it makes oh this is awkward. I should have waited to do this until after the Jade Light resolved, because like if this thing becomes an X3, I really don't want to shock on top of my deck. It's about to be an X3. Dang it, Bobby. Dang it. I am the reason we can't have nice things, chat. Me. I am. Man, Ixalan's binding alt text. This card's just like bad Oblivion Ring in this format, huh? It's like, what if we made your Oblivion Ring cost more mana? What then? What then? Where's your god now? Whenever a creature or planeswalker you control dies, you may sacrifice this to make a 4/4. Sure. It's really good against the rat deck. Okay, fair. I accept your premise. Yeah, cage that one. Looking for an untapped land here, so I can slam my Huatli. Tilt. Do I just like binding this? I think I just want to use my mana this turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out. Like that's gonna turn into like a 4/4 eventually. Like one of their things is gonna die at some point, so I might as well just like use my mana now. We have a Cleansing Nova, I'll be very dead. First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, Auras, and whatever G2 costs 1 less. Alright, so that's a 2/2. Why would you play a 2/2 for 3? I can't flip map and play Walker because this will be tapped. Yeah, do I shock this? Honestly, I might want a Warrior Poet and just like down tick on it. They could have some kind of combat trick though. Yeah, I think I play the Warrior Poet and just like shock it with her. Just like have Planeswalker. Like she's not a super good Planeswalker, but like she's still a Planeswalker on an empty board, right? Just like uses my mana efficiently. Yeah. They had some kind of like limited playable combat trick there, we'd have been in trouble, but oh, you can use the treasure tokens for mana. Nah, dog, those treasure tokens are gonna turn into cards. Only dinos allowed on this side of the table, friendo. Good night, Moon.
Go and feast on their flesh.
Witness my glory, she says. Forked bolt she casts. These games have not felt particularly close, frickin'. I feel like we're beating up somebody that just got handed an intro deck in these games.
Come, sing the song of fame.
Flying Flash, you may cast exoric spells as though they had flash. That's exciting. Roar, dinos. What computer am I? I am actually streaming from Windows System right now. We have Windows on Christy's upstairs computer, so she can play Diablo and some other games. I guess Diablo works on Wine. I usually keep one Windows system in the house for proprietary things. Man, this Deafening Clarion gonna be real good. Zhao Zhang, thank you for the 10-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. What's the line here? Am I gonna Clarion? Am I gonna Clarion next turn? She doesn't stream her Diablo. I told her she should though. I think I'm just gonna start my turn here. I might Clarion next turn, honestly. I'm gonna attack with everything. If they use their 4/4 to block here, I can shock it and then Clarion to clean up. Yeah, they didn't take the bait there. I guess I can just like make a 3/3 and like use these clues, these over here to like cast a Nexus of Fate. I think that's fine.
Go and feast on their flesh.
So like now they're more likely to need to block because I have them attacking with 3 things. Wow, really? Okay, interesting. Die. I wasn't surprised that they took the hits the first time, but the second time I attacked through there, I feel like they were kind of priced into blocking some amount. If they wanted to play around Shock Sweeper, they could have like double blocked 2/2s on some of my 3/3s. Again, for the record, I liked their no blocks the first time. The second time through, it seemed a lot less good though, because obviously they like died Denny Burn spell. Is this deck good or are they just bad? I think the actual answer is that like this format is like pretty casual, right? Like nobody's been maxing Singleton really. The Jeskai colors in general, like we have like if you just like I feel like the way to find the best Singleton deck that's just like not the Rats deck is you just like look through and figure out like which color combination has the most standard playable cards in it. And like if you look at like the cards this Jeskai deck is playing, like a lot of them are standard playable, right? So like the power level of the cards that we're playing is like pretty reasonable. We've played against mostly like Mopey control decks, and I think like Brecken said, we're probably pretty good against Mopey control decks. No, this is my first time playing Singleton. I don't know how much we're gonna play of this. I think this format's like gone in a day too. Icy Manipulator. Today I learned that card's standard legal. The more you know, chat. Ice, baby. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. No, this is a viewer submitted deck gen. I'm doing donation decks for standard too, and Singleton apparently, just like I do for modern. Looking for a land. We also like haven't missed on land drops yet with this deck in this league, so he says as he's about to miss a land drop. Striker you face. Made it to bronze 1, I'm popping the champagne. Does rankings exist past silver? I don't think I've seen anybody streaming that's like above silver. And I've been like silver 2, silver 3, somewhere in there. That's this is my gray ogre. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yeah, I thought I heard someone mentioning that, like the ranking system just like didn't matter right now. Yep. Gray Ogre has been syncopated. You got me. If Gray Ogre got counterspelled, Icy Manipulator certainly has to get counterspelled, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can't let the ice. I'm gonna be honest, when we were playing Ionize on Magic Online earlier today, I was incredibly sad when my Ionize wasn't shocking my opponent's face. I was like, what is this? It's so sad. Just to strike that one. And if they manage to counter this, we can Bane Fire it. Wow. Oh, it's summoning 6, so they can't draw a card, right? Taps to draw a card. Yeah. Dragon Egg. It dies, create a 2/2, sure. Yeah, we tried Ionize in Blue Red Tempo today. No, it wasn't bugged, it just didn't have a sweet animation. Alright, so they get a token here, but I can just like kick Blink of an Eye and like pick this up next turn. why Conclave that, because I kind of wanted to either get their threat out of play or force the situation that we're in now where I can just like kick this Blink of Eye and pick it up. Yeah, I just want to like use my mana. Like I have more cards. When you have more cards in your hand than your opponent in a matchup like this, usually you just want to be more resources. Usually you want to be using the mana that you have because you're choked on cards. So you want to identify your resource bottleneck and then play your best around that. Look at all the fire this thing's about to breathe, chat. Alright, sweet. I get to kick this Blink of an Eye. Do I kick the Blink of the Eye or do I rail down tick? I think I kick the Blink of an Eye. It's like rather than expose rail to a burn spell. I could go either way. There's definitely merit to discussing playing rail there. That's a big boy, chat. That's a big boy. All right, T-Dog, get in there. Big old Chuck. All right, Chuck, give him the tuck. The classic Chuck tuck. When I lay my head down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Phase you out of time, you need to slow down.
Zoop. I think we're actually a little bit behind here. For those of you that are new to the stream, please keep in mind that if you're gonna give feedback on this channel, it needs to be constructive and specific. So if you'd like to imply that I made a mistake or point out one that's very obviously a mistake, that's encouraged, but you need to be specific about why it's a mistake and how it could have been done better. Just pointing out that I'm an idiot doesn't help anybody, especially me. To quote the Big Lebowski, you're not wrong, you're just an asshole. There goes my Nexus of Fate. So Niv's I was like I couldn't remember where Niv was, and then like good guy Magic Arena is just like, yo dog, Niv's right here. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8. This is my 9th mana. Decision time. So I can do this for 2, and then play the Lawbringer. Perfect. And then Ral here will tick down on the Dargon and kill it. This card like Sphinx's Revelation when it attacks. That's so absurd. Bye, friend. Look at how unstoppable we are, chat. Just giving them the business. Just get him. Get him. All right, one more victory, and we shall emerge undefeated. This is Singleton. This has been quick too. Like 35 minutes. We're gonna wrap this up. 40 minutes or so, depending on how long this last game goes. I guess they're best of 1 too, right? Best of 1's pretty quick. What's Singleton? Singleton means that you can only play one of each card in your deck. So it is standard. Peace, Time Lord. Have a good one. I will hopefully I'll be sleeping by the time your lecture's done. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to play one more deck after this. I probably got another 90 minutes or so before I sign off for the evening. Still got 1,300 people. Shouldn't some of you be in bed? It's late. I guess you can leave your computer on and give me a viewer count, but you should sleep at some point. I go first. I probably shouldn't keep this because it's a 2-lander on the play, but, you know, if we find the 3rd land, the Thematic Compass gets us all the lands. Who's ready to never draw a 3rd land and finally pick up a loss? You're on the East Coast? Oh no. Alright, this is something aggressive here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this hit from the Knight of Grace here because I would like to syncopate a 3-drop if possible. Yeah, get got. I was almost gonna say History of Benalia, but I was like, well, they only have one of those, so the chance that they have history is really low. Yeah, let's just wrap this one up. Like that 3-drop right there. Tilt. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. That's all I need, chat. Take a chance on me. Actually got some couple of good clean answers to this, right? Untapped land, untapped land, untapped land. So scale of 1 to dead. We're pretty dead here. We're gonna have to flip the Legion's Landing and just like give us the business here. I'm taking, if they plus this, it's 3, 4, 5, 9. If they don't plus it, it's 8. I'm going to 6, which is like super inside of bird range. Don't really have a good way to gain health here. Both Arena and Standard have been A+. Good format on a good application. I don't know that I have a good plan or a good educated opinion on Singleton specifically. Yep. I mean, if they don't have burn here, we could be in this game, right? Do I just Cleansing Nova? No, I just want to settle, right? I think I just settle. Do I settle or do I Nova? This comes back with haste, right? So I definitely am not settle or not Novaing. This comes back with. I forgot this comes back with. I almost forgot this comes back with haste. What an incredibly good attack. Just the unluckiest. That's a good attack from the opponent, right? Like, I obviously have a bunch of spells in my hand because I was like missing line drops. Insert comments about all players who are playing Arena being terrible, etc. Okay. The one, I don't think the opponent was sniping. I think that Settle the Wreckage is like being broadcast from the rooftops there. Just like kind of obvious that like when the player who missed a land drop who has all spells in their hand just like doesn't do anything and passes with 4 mana up. It's like not everybody who plays well is sniping. One of the most interesting things about playing Magic is the hidden information involved and how you can like derive what your opponent likely is or is not to have based on their play patterns. Dia del Oso, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed with those Bezo bucks this month. To be aggressive here with my Legion landing, chat. We had a couple moments without. We had a couple of ding-free moments there. Get him. Running him down. Got a little Mardukey on the other side of the table. Give him put your Mardukes up. I think I'm getting a basic mountain with this. Like choose between the Banefire and the Settle the Wreckage. think I'm gonna syncopate that. Hang on to the Exclusion Mage for now. I don't really have a lot else going on, so like bouncing whatever creature they play sounds good. Kind of punished for picking up the mountain here. That being said, even if we break on a white source next turn, I can actually crack the Memorial to Genius and draw 2 cards. They played a Watery Grave and a Plains. Alright, so they're on like 4 color mush. Countering the Chromatic Hunter is probably pretty good. Although I guess they have all their colors. Yeah, the Compass finds land, then becomes Maze of Ith. That's exactly correct. Resolves. I'm gonna put counters on this. I might just shock it. Oh, yeah, sure. That is not a good one to Exclusion Mage. Oh, it's not exactly Maze. Okay. Settle in, Cleansing Nova, looking a little awkward. That being said, this vampire token is going the distance. It's going full speed. It's all alone. In this time of need, it's racing and pacing and plotting the course. It's plotting and riding on the horse. We get to kill their Maze of Ith, their Spire of Orzaka, with this Memorial Tour. That's a tasty one, yeah. That's a very tasty one. Paint me like one of your French girls. Niv Merzit. Chromium. That's it's a big boy. It's a big boy, chat. Well, dragon on dragon action, Rooney. Oh dear. Oh dear. Really? There's arrows? You couldn't just like put 4 across? Seriously? Is that where we're at in our life here? I mean, does Chromium have an advantage? I kind of have this Banefire.
I'll make use of that later.
Like I get to, I think they're actually almost dead, right? I get to Exclusion, so I get to Exclusion Mage. I get to Exclusion Mage the Chromium, which means they have to discard a card so it like loses flying and stuff. So like I get to attack with this, which then puts my opponent to 8. And then, this is actually just like lethal next turn, right? Almost lethal next turn. If I hit a land, it's lethal. I have 8 lands total right now, so I need a 9th. I assume they're gonna pay 5 off of this and then kill this. It's not lethal because of Niv, because the Chamber Sentry on board is going to kill the Niv Mizzet. Although I guess they need to put a thing into play here, because with the Exclusion Mage and the Vampire, this is lethal.
Nothing is ever truly lost.
Here there be dragons. Looking for an untapped land. If they attack, they're dead. They probably need to attack, though, honestly. I don't think they can afford to play around a Banefire. You just, like, kill us, right? Just, like, beep, beep. This has gotta suck for them. Just, like, doing their thing, just, like, exactly dead to the Banefire. We combo Banefired with the 5-color Lich deck a couple of times tonight. Pretty sweet. And we eventually fumbled through to victory. Did we get all of our wins, chat? I think we got all of our wins in a row. We X1'd? We did X1, right? Look at that. Look at that, 5 wins. Look at that sweet, sweet victory prize. Got 100 extra gold. The prizes for this event are so depressing. Just like up 100 gold. This is the part where I very carefully analyze every single card in this deck and give feedback on all of the other cards you could be playing. I assume this is basically like Jeskai playable cards. Like there's only 35 playable Jeskai cards. You were the vampire token? Yeah, you get 5-1, you get 100 gold back. Jeskai. No, I think there's like Jeskai playable cards, right? All right. That's gonna wrap this.